The cable pull-through is a hip extension exercise that targets many of the same muscles as the Romanian deadlift and good morning, and also shares many of the same technical cues. Specifically, a cable pull-through targets the hip extensors, the glutes and hamstrings, and can be used as a movement to assist free weight compound hip hinge movements like deadlift variants, or simply as one of the many exercises for generating hypertrophy in the posterior chain. To perform the cable pull-through, use the rope attachment and also a low cam position on the cable tower. Grip the rope with both hands between your legs and walk forward far enough so that at full hip flexion, the weight stack doesn't contact itself. Start in an upright position with your spine neutral, arms straight, with no bend in the elbows, and your scapula in a neutral, non-protracted or elevated position. Maintain a proud chest throughout the movement to prevent your shoulders from rolling forward or your spine from moving into flexion. Like the RDL or the good morning, the goal is to move the hips backward as far as you can without letting your knees track forward, your back round, or without squatting downward. The pull-through is a useful teaching tool for those who struggle with positioning on Romanian deadlifts. Because the cable pulls you backward, it naturally prevents a forward bend. When performing Romanian deadlifts, a forward bend results in the bar drifting out in front of the legs, an inefficient biomechanical position that puts more load on the spine and less on the hip extensors. For those who struggle with Romanian deadlift technique, the cable pull-through is a great option. As you allow the cable to pull you backward into a hip hinge, think of keeping your chest proud, your weight in your heels, your spine neutral, and feeling the stretch in your hamstrings increase. Notice that the upper body retains the same positioning. The head doesn't crane up or down, the curvature of the spine stays the same, and the only visible movement is the hips shifting backward. After hinging as far back as you can, you've concluded the lowering phase. To initiate the lifting phase, forcefully contract the glutes and hamstrings and return to the start position. However, don't hyperextend your lower back at the top. With that said, to feel extra glute tension, you can posteriorly tilt your hips at the top of the movement by squeezing your glutes and thinking of tucking your butt under. As you get stronger on pull-throughs, a number of issues may arise. For one, the pressure of the plastic caps at the end of the rope may hurt your hands or thumbs. To avoid this, try a thumbless grip just below the plastic caps, using straps or Versa grips to keep your hands in position. Also, you may get so strong that you run out of plates, or struggle to get into a position as the weight of the cable stack increases relative to your body weight. To address this issue, use a higher rep range to limit the load. Since this exercise is primarily for building muscle mass in the hip extensors, rather than for technical transfer to a specific movement, there's no downside to training in the 15 to 30 rep range, even if your goal is strength.